Live on the gram. Eating these nuts. I gotta stop eating these nuts. Pause. No homo. Uh, long overdue. I've been trying to get this brother come speak to y'all for about the last 2 months. This is my friend Tommy Hunter. He is an expert in life insurance, whole life insurance, with dividends that pays out. He works for a very large firm. I'm gonna let him tell you who that is if he chooses to. Um, he deals with writing policies for trusts, for corporations, for individuals. So this is one-stop shopping for you guys who's listening today. So y'all can really work on getting that life insurance policy and use it in conjunction with the trust that y'all have, the express trust that y'all have, and everything else to really become your own bank and everything. And he has policies that can benefit every income. So, without further ado, my insurance guy, Tommy Hunter.
I appreciate it. That was a great introduction, my brother.
Peace to God. Well, it's
Thank
all
you.
true. I didn't even tell him all about you, man. We call him Big Papa because
Well,
he,
don't tell him bad habits.
he been handling business.
Hey, listen. We try to handle our business. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything you're doing for the people, man. You know, having a trust, just understanding what it is. To everybody on the call, it's just a powerful tool, right? It's just something that's legacy building, legacy changing. It's just something that we wish our parents told us about.
Right.
For most of us.
Right.
So I appreciate you, man, what you bring to the table. And I can't thank you enough for having me on the call to talk about life insurance. You know, life insurance is generally something that people don't even want to hear about because they're thinking about it from a perspective of their demise and not a perspective of a tool. You know, most people think about life insurance as an intangible asset, and they are correct. But it is a necessary financial tool to compensate, replace the burden of, and to set up the foundation of your family to, one, not have situations to where they have to deal with insolvency, they have to deal with lack, and they have to restart the legacy that you were created to provide for folks that depend on you. So when I think about life insurance, just think about it as an assist to what you were trying to accomplish prior to your
demise,
ill-advised departure. Right?
Yes.
My name is Tommy Hunter. I'm on LinkedIn as Thomas Hunter James. I work for a company called Marsh McLennan, and I work for a subsidiary of Marsh McLennan called Mercer. We're the largest consulting firm in the world for what we do. We help with clients from anything from property and casualty risk management scenarios, buildings falling down, just for lack of better words, all the way to what I do, and I help in the areas of life insurance, I help in the areas of wealth management, help in the areas of career development, as well as employee benefits. Other than that, I smoke cigars with my brother Jonah, and we tried to figure out how to collaborate and help our people. So, as you know, when you think about life insurance, in short, it can help you provide peace of mind and financial security for you and your family. And everybody says that it's not important until they need it. That's therefore the GoFundMe, the begging, the handout, the charities, all these different funding mechanisms that help you help yourself in your situation when you can really prepare now, right? You don't have to be sick. Just sick is too late. Let's prepare now for your death. But not only for your death, life insurance has changed. It's like going from the brick phone to the iPhone 14. It's not just about death insurance. It's about, as Jonah said earlier, becoming your own bank. How can I put money set aside to be able to help me financially have a step up so that
now,
maybe
how does
to
that,
be able to
how does that work? The own bank thing. I know they're interested in that part.
Yeah, so let's think about it from that perspective, Jonah. And one product in particular, you mentioned whole life. So there's a hybrid version of that called Index Universal Life. You guys may have heard of it as IUL policies or whole life policies. But Index Universal Life Insurance is a type of permanent life insurance that provides a death benefit for protection, and it also adds a cash value component. Some people call it cash value. Some people call it savings account. Some people call it being your own bank. All that means the same, but what it really does is, outside of the cost of your life insurance, the premiums that you pay for this coverage, a piece of that is added in to act as a cash value or saving accumulation account that will allow you as a policyholder to accumulate savings on a tax-deferred basis. Generally, these percentages are around 5, 6, 7, upwards of 10, 12%. But right now, let's just say on average, it's about.
You mean to tell me?
Compounded interest.
You mean to tell me they can get 12% interest by putting their money in a life insurance policy instead of a bank, whereas a bank is only giving 0.001% interest? They're not even giving you 1 cent.
Yes. So basically, the return on the cash value is based on the performance of an underlying index, right? Such as the S&P 500. Mm-hmm. So additionally, the Index Universal Life policy typically offers a guaranteed minimum interest rate. That's what I love about it. You can gain, but you can never lose because there's a guaranteed minimum. Unlike the stock market, it can go up, it can go below the floor, right? You can lose money. In life insurance, you'll never lose because there's a guaranteed minimum. And then it can go up to as high as 12, 15, 17%. But let's just say on average, the guaranteed is about 5, 6%, allowing the policyholder to earn a return in the index, even if the index performs poorly. So this type of life insurance is a great option for those who want a potential to have growth in their money, but also want the security of having a guaranteed minimum return.
Now that's wonderful because me, I've told people over the years, I don't have no money in the bank. I personally put it all into the life insurance policy, except for bill money and stuff like that. Now, what's interesting is the amount of interest that they will pay you, and I've noticed that even the banks themselves put their money into life insurance policies. Now, one of the questions that my viewers probably have is, how do you set that up? What's the premiums like? How do you get started? Do you have to take a physical what?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, an Index Universal Life policy, the relationships I have with my company, there's no blood, there's no urine. There are some underwriting questions. They do ask you about your general health. But what I do for my clients is I create an illustration based off their particular needs. Some folks are concerned about death benefit only. They just want, give me some term, I want a 30 year. But some people say, no, I want to look at savings for my child. But right. These life insurance policies, you can put a policy on your child as young as 15 days old. You may be thinking about college tuition. You may be thinking about retirement income, or you may be thinking about paying off your debts, right? So life insurance can be used as a tool specifically related to what your interests are. Some people may have a budget issue. Some people may have no budget. Some people have a business. Some people say, listen, I don't want to buy my kid a car at 16. I want them to be able to buy themselves a car. I want this policy to buy while they're young, and I want to be able to throw extra money in it, because when you throw that extra money into that life premium, if you overfund it, that money is also growing at that compounded interest rate. So by the time the kid really needs it, they have probably enough to fund not only buying their car, but paying for their college tuition or real estate properties or starting their own entrepreneurial business.
Right. So you mean to tell me, as a parent, you'll sit here and put into the life insurance policy. You got the insurance policy, let's say when the kid was 5. Now they're 18. So what you're saying is that they can easily take that money and use it for college, buy a car. They can use it to start their own business. That sounds like wealth building to me.
It's very much wealth building. And here's the other thing, Jonah. There is no fees related to it. There's no taxes because instead of withdrawing the cash value, you're going to borrow against it. The government lets you borrow your money, and then when you pay it back, you're paying yourself back interest to your own account. It goes to nowhere but yourself. So that's one thing. There's no fees like in 401k for early borrowing of it. Mm-hmm. There is no fees for there's no taxes because you're borrowing and think you're going to pay it back. And guess what? Let's just say if you had $100,000 in your cash value and you borrowed $50,000 of it, your cash value is still growing at the interest rate based off the $100,000, not the $50,000 that's left. So that's what I love about it. It's still growing at the original cash value of what's in there, regardless of what you borrow from it.
Yeah, that's crazy. So basically, you trying to tell me you borrow money without any setback. You know, the money just accrues interest like you never took money out of it.
That's exactly right. Here's the kicker, Jonah. If you don't pay it back, as long as you continue to pay the premium, they'll never come after you for the money.
Wow.
Just a loan never paid.
Wow. It sounds
so
like
I think it's a great option for
it sounds like Black people should have been into this a long time ago.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, they use life insurance to fund a lot of stuff, including slavery. So, if you look at your top companies, you look at the Waltons, you look at all these different folks, they have life insurance as a financial tool to solve for a lot of their problems. Charitable giving, asset protection. But the last thing that you generally buy life insurance for, when you really understand it, guess what? It's for the life benefit.
Right?
It's for the life insurance.
Now, I like to say
part of what society.
I like to say life insurance is for life. It's not called death insurance.
That's right. And let me tell you about the Index Universal Life Policy, Jonah. It takes care of the puzzle of if you die too soon, if you're alive but you're sick, right? Because we have living benefits that cover chronic conditions like cancers and strokes and things of that nature. You don't have to be dead to collect. But then
I didn't know that.
You don't have any expenses, but now you may have an annuity, or you want to be able to have money to live beyond your normal working years, like a retirement. You can pay yourself an annuity from your cash value that will pay you for the rest of your life.
That's wonderful. So if they wanted to call you and set this up, how do they do that?
That's easy. So I'm easy to find, guys. Again, I'm a consultant for Marsh McLennan, largest consulting firm in the world, for helping people. My Instagram is Tommy_mobile, like T-Mobile, but Tommy_mobile is my Instagram. My email is Thomas Hunter James, all one word, ThomasHunterJames@gmail.com. And if you need my number, it's 404-313-4849. 404-313-4849. You can text me, leave me a message, and I'll shortly call you back in a proper time.
Wow, that's wonderful. I'm sure some of these people got a few little questions for you. Can you stick around and take a couple of questions? Not too many.
I got it, man. If I can answer it, I'll answer right now.
Okay. Caller 615-838. Peace to the God. Peace. 615-838. I guess they changed their mind. All right, I'm going to 901-631. Peace to the God. 901-631. Man, I don't understand.
Hey man, it's speechless, man. Hopefully they had life insurance and not gone.
Right.
Caught up.
615-506. Peace to the God.
Peace, God.
All right. I finally got some. I was wondering if the call lines was working.
Right.
So we had to-
How y'all?
We doing good. We doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. I had a question. I got two questions. One question is about the Sunday seminar, and the other question would be about the life insurance. So,
All right. I want you to hold the question about Sunday seminar. And I may not be able to answer that question because that was a private seminar.
right. I'll get a private conversation.
Okay.
With you. I got you. Okay. On the life insurance, I've been studying. Like I've been kind of like studying that for a while. I hadn't really got a chance to get into it, but I'm glad you brought this brother on the show because now I can I can tap in with him, and he seems like he knows everything about it. But I was told to get
He's doing quite well. He's doing quite well. He knows he supports him and his family very well off of this.
No, for sure. So my question would be, I was told that when you go with a company that offers you an IUL, when you set up the IUL, you want to go with a company that is not publicly traded because the companies that are publicly traded is different. I guess it's different benefits. I'm not sure, but have you heard that before?
I don't know I don't know what you've been told, but the company that most of my policies are written through. But here's the main thing: you want to make sure that the company that you have has a superior rating under AM Best. AM Best is a company that rates all insurance companies, starting with letter A plus all the way down to insolvency. So from my perspective, regardless of the companies that I particularly represent, you want to make sure that the solvency of the life insurance company is the most appropriate. So I would not go anybody less than A rating and go from there. So whether they are private or public, they have to abide by certain rules of having a certain amount of money in their coffers to be able to cover every single claim that's on their book of business. And at the end of the day, that's what you should be caring about.
Okay. Now, someone on YouTube asked, can you get a policy for the elders like mom and dad?
Can they particularly write a policy on their mom and dad?
Yes.
Yes, there is an insurable risk if you write a policy on your mother and father. Every time someone comes to me and say, "Hey, my mom is up in age. She has a fixed income. My dad has a fixed income. We are well-to-do children of our parents. We want to come together as siblings and pay for a life policy for our mother or father and let the death benefit go to the beneficiaries of our children." So a lot of times people get up in age and like, "Oh my gosh, I screwed up. I want to leave something for my grandkids. Right. I can't afford it." So I have plenty of situations where children will put policies on their parents for the benefit of whatever it is. In this case, the most recent example that I'm thinking about was having that their children be the beneficiaries of their grandparents. So yeah, it doesn't.
So
you have
there
an
you
owner
have
of
it.
a policy, you have a beneficiary of a policy, and you have an insured of a policy.
There you have it. Yes, you can put insurance on your mother and father.
That's dope.
You got any more questions, my brother?
I didn't have no more questions for him. I just wanted say I never got the email from Sunday, but I didn't want to have.
You know what you was instructed to do to get that.
Yeah, I did it. I definitely did it.
If you did it, you got it because I don't have nothing in that email.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get a consultation with y'all.
All right.
I know this is specific about the life insurance.
Yes. Yes.
We'll talk.
All right then.
Okay.
All right, we're going to the next caller. I'm going to 650-323. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the gods.
What's up, my brother?
I'm make mine real quick. To the gentleman, your guest. What is his name again?
Tommy. Like Martin.
Tommy, yeah.
Yeah, like Martin. Tommy.
Like Tommy.
There's not a video left after this. What is your email again? Thomas Hunter.
Yeah, Thomas Hunter James, all one word. Thomas Hunter James at gmail.com. Yeah, that's my
Got it. Okay, that's all I have for you, Jonah. And I appreciate you, Mr. Thomas Hunter there. I appreciate what you're doing, and I will be in contact with you. I don't have any specific questions. All right, Jonah, how are you looking with consultations?
Pretty clear. I only got about 3 to do tomorrow.
Okay, maybe I'm one of them because I already sent it to you. Okay, because I was on the discharge webinar. I was there. I came out from California.
Yeah, so you are going to be one of those 3. Yeah.
Beautiful. Sounds good. I'll be ready for you. All right, gentlemen. Peace
All right.
to the gods.
Peace.
Peace to the gods. I like that.
Yes, sir. All right, we got 702-712. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to God.
Peace. What's up?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Well, I am fine. Thank you. And you? How are you?
Wonderful, magnificent, and great.
Well, you kind of already answered my question. But I do want to kind of piggyback on a gentleman that, or the person who was asking about their parent.
Yes.
I'm 63. My dad is 88. And, I know you answered and said, yes, you could insure your parents, but I was just wondering, as someone at that age,
it's a good question. Yeah, there are some companies that will go. They may have some measures in there where they stop you from applying at a certain. I know of. I think anything over that, you may have somebody say that they will offer coverage, but they may have some limitations in there, like the ones you see on the commercials that beneficiaries and not pay out. So they may have a clause in there and say, we'll give it to you, but you can't die within the first 24 months, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that with my mother in the past.
Go up to about 85, 88 years old.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. That's all I had. And Jonah, that was a wonderful seminar.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
So, let me just run through.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
People need to consider when they think about life insurance. One, if you have pen and paper, you guys, the one thing you want to do is determine your needs. You want to first, you want to start to purchase life insurance based on considerations of your financial situation. Right? If you were to go away right now, what does your family need? And what were the financial goals that you have in place in your mind while you were alive to take care of your family? And so you want to be able to calculate that, right? The next 10, 20, 30 years. If something were to happen to you and replace your income, does your partner have to start over? Do your kids have to become wards of the poor? Do they have to be all these different scenarios? So you want to think about your financial outcome if you were to disappear right now. The second thing you want to do is choose the type of life insurance that you want. Choose the type. I'm on the phone. Choose the type of life insurance that you want that best that best helps your situation. So what I can do is compare quotes. I can create illustrations for you from different insurers that I have relationships with that understand the terms and conditions that you may have in mind, like age. My parents are old. Let me see if I can find something for you. Some companies may want you to have medical exams, but I have relationships with companies that bypass that and they don't have any blood in urine. They have enough sophisticated artificial intelligence that can look at your medical history based off the information you give me of your where you live and your doctor. They can look into your medical bureau and see what your health status is. And once you apply for the policy, once you've chosen the type of policy you want between you and I, you will need to be able to provide certain information about your background, your finances. They need to understand why you need it, that kind of thing. And then the last thing you want to do is I will review the policy with you to make sure that this makes sense for you. Because I'm not going to allow you to buy something that you don't need, and I'm not going to let you underbuy something without understanding what the scenarios that you may have left out, like college, like the trust that you have. What's the point of having a trust if you have nothing in it? What did you want that trust? What did you intend that trust to do? Like for me, I have a daughter. She's 17. She got life insurance. I'm not giving it all to her at 25, so I have a certain amount that first her at 25, certain amount at 45. Then after 45, generally speaking, she has a mature mindset. She should be able to do what she wants with the additional proceeds that's remaining. But we can help you between Jonah and I understand and decipher what your needs are and how to properly structure both the trust and the life insurance policy to both meet your custom needs.
Now, someone said $1 million policy would be like $1,000 a month.
Everything in life insurance depends on your health status, right? Are you a smoker? Are you a non-smoker? Are you an elite health condition? Are you standard? Are you non-standard? What's your age? So based on your age, based on your smoking status, and based on your general health, which will create the demographic information to baseline start the rating process, will govern what your rates would look like. So there's no two people the same. You have to be within a realm based off your age, based off your health status, based off your and based off your smoking status.
Right. Anything for drinking status?
Hey man, if that's the case, I would never have a life insurance policy. So I drink bourbon all the time.
Oh my God, you crazy. So we really appreciate you coming up here. We don't want to take up too much more of your time. We really thank you for coming and explaining this to us. Anything else you want to tell them before we let you leave?
Yeah, guys, you have my information. You don't necessarily have to contact me, but there's life insurance scenarios everywhere.
No, y'all are going to have to contact my boy. Straight up.
Yes. What you're going to get from me is you're going to get the unadulterated truth, and you're going to also get the customer service that you're not going to get anywhere else.
VIP, y'all.
For this platform, and listen to Jonah.
Thank you for coming in so much. I'll be talking to you soon, my brother.
Peace to God.
Peace to God.
Appreciate it.
All right, so I guess now I'll get to y'all's regular questions. See, I didn't forget it was Consultation Wednesday. But I'm going to 619-981. Peace to the God. Peace.
Yes, hi, Mr. Bain.
Yes, hi. How are you?
I'm just calling my brother. He told me a little bit about you, so I've been kind of watching your program and stuff like that. And
well, welcome.
So and thinking I really enjoy everything. Is really interesting. And I have a question for you about if the properties, if you have properties, and I just wanted to see about. I think I saw a video of yours that you were talking about it, where you do a foreign trust.
A foreign
where
trust.
The government can't touch.
Yes, That's the Foreign Express Trust. The Express Trust, everyone talks about getting a 98 number. The 98 number is for the Express Trust. Yes.
Okay. So is that a trust that the government can?
It cannot be taxed.
That for my properties.
Whatever you put in there
it,
cannot be taxed once it's done.
Oh, okay. And they can't touch it if someone tries to sue you or anything, right?
Nope. Can't get to it. It ain't yours. How they gonna sue you and then go after someone else's property? You see what I'm saying? A trust is its own property. It's its own person. You don't own it no more. They can't get it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So
that would be like someone tries to sue you, but they're coming to me for the money.
Yeah.
Can't be done.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see. Okay, and where can I buy your templates or all
you go to jonahbey.com. JONAHBEY.com.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, peace, my brother. All right, I'm going to call her 614-589. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God.
What's up, my brother?
Not much. Question number one. How long is the process on the 241 suit?
No, I can't answer that. I'm not the court.
So ain't no ballpark, like they gonna play it out.
Nah, every state, everything is different. No way. It depends on how much law the judge that's on your case knows and all that. It depends on if they answer the lawsuit in time. You could get a default summary judgment. There's no way of telling you that. No way.
All right, question. So we're getting a 241 template. What all other documents are we gonna need or have to put with that?
Whatever your evidence is. You would do your evidence as attachments.
All right, so would our state constitution have to be one of the exhibits
Nah. What I've taught y'all how to do is, if y'all doing a suit, I actually cut and paste the exact words of a constitution, right? But if you wanted to be thorough, you would cut and paste it inside your document, and you would also say, see Exhibit A. And Exhibit A would be that Constitution. You see what I'm saying? And you could also tell them to take judicial notice because that Constitution is supposed to be widely known by the actual government.
Okay. Question number two. With the written discovery template, is any other documents going to be attached with that when we file that?
If you're doing a writ of discovery, you don't have to give them nothing but the writ of discovery. They have to give you evidence. You don't have to give them evidence.
Okay. All right. Another question is on the tax injunction. How long is that process?
The tax injunction should start working once you send in the actual third tax injunction, right? But my question is, do you work?
Nah, this will be for my elders, if anything. My payout ain't too smooth. I've been a freelancer.
Mm-hmm. When you say your elders, what do you mean? Do they work?
Yeah, they work and they retired already. So I go for their bag since they've been working for so long.
Okay, so. Oh, you mean when will they send out the money that they paid in tax their whole life? That's your question.
Right.
I don't know. They're gonna have to create laws to give y'all's money back, right? You know it's spent already, right?
Mm.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go and make laws for the United States Treasury to pay you back. I don't know how long that's going to take. But the important part is stopping them from taxing you from right now.
So you just not filed your tax reduction, you ain't been to Georgia?
When you say you just done, what do you mean?
Like you did, I mean, I know you say you be having a whole bunch of information, but you be holding it. So you say a lot of stuff that you won't come with be already done by you. So
everything that I've ever came with, I've done it way before y'all.
Right. So the tax return has already been done by you.
Of course. If I did this webinar, I did it. How else will you see my paperwork?
Okay. Did that take you more than a year to do that? Did they respond at a nick of time?
Bro, you're not going to get the response I got. Stop trying to look for timetables, my brother. It don't work that way. And if you already know everything I taught y'all about injunctions, most of y'all have never gotten contact when y'all did an injunction. I have. I always get it contacted because I'm always the first one. Each government ain't the same for each individual. You see what I'm saying? It's no timetable, man. You keep on asking me the same question different ways.
Nah, just trying to ballpark.
I just keep on telling you it ain't no timetable, and you keep on asking me, is it a timetable? And you keep on posing the question a different way.
I just had to know. We all had to know.
Nah, what you got to do is stop asking me the question again and again. If I answered it already and said, yo, it's no timetable, they're going to have to make laws to pay you back. There was no need to ask me that question a whole different way.
I asked it with two different templates involved.
It was the same question. One was for the tax injunction. The other one was for what?
241.
Exactly.
Right.
There's no way. You keep on, you want to guarantee. There is no guarantee. You keep on asking about, yo, it's gonna be 4 weeks. Hell no, it's not.
It'll need to be 10 years.
Yo, do you know some lawsuits do take 10 years? What do you mean?
That's too long. That's why I'm asking.
Who gives a fuck if you think it's too long?
We all do.
No, who gives a fuck? This is what it is. Plenty of fucking cases has been 10 years long. Byron Allen's case is still going on. What the fuck you mean? You heard cases before. No one can tell you how long suits take. No one. Even if it's a settlement, it'll take years. Yo, you need to go look up some cases. You need to look up law cases and see how long they took, bro. And there is no definite time for any case.
So even if we were the plaintiff opening up the case, we can't get a speedy trial to get them together.
Dog, you just asked me the same question again.
Well, I just questioned this action.
Bro, I'll talk to you later. 651-442. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace. How you doing, Jonah?
I'm super annoyed by last caller. I can't stand no one making me repeat myself, and all it does is show his fucking greed. Why don't you fucking make sure you ain't paying taxes so 96 cents of every dollar that you make can stay in your damn pocket? How about you do things you can control right away? Motherfuckers, they think this shit's a get rich scheme. It just showed me how people don't want to fucking work, don't want to put in no effort, just want shit handed to them. That shit burns my soul.
I feel you, man. Hey, I wanted to say I got a just for as an example, we were talking about how much for the life insurance. Like I got a policy at about 41. I probably was just turning 41.
Right.
Or just turned 41. Maybe I just turned 40. It was like 40 to 41. Term policy, that's not for the life benefit. That's just for death benefit. So
I think it's a way that you
but,
can switch that. I'm not sure. That would have been a question for Thomas.
Yeah, my particular term policy is convertible. So yeah.
Right, you can switch it then. Good.
It's gonna go way up on the premium if you do that. So I already had a smaller whole policy. So I got a whole policy already since way before, not way before, but a couple years before that. And all I was gonna say was my $400,000 term policy, man. That's like $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that cost me. That's for the only death benefit.
Only for death benefit.
Right. My $100,000 whole life policy. That's for the finance and stuff. You know, making loans and all that. I'm paying. I probably got that about 4.5 years ago. 4 years ago, I'm paying. My premium's like $85.
That's not bad.
$83, and the break-even point is supposed to be around 7 years,
but you could put more. You could put more of money in there to break even sooner, right?
So that's the PUA, right? So I've been maxing out the PUA every year, which is that's like about a little less than $3,000 or something. The max PUA I could put in. So it's not a big policy, That's $100,000 whole life, but
it's a start, brother. And when you max out and be able to pull from it whenever you want, you got an advantage over everyone.
Now let me ask you this: How do you get your loans by your bank account or by mail yourself?
Me myself, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't took no money out.
I bet.
I'm just putting money in. I'm putting money in. I'm buying gold and silver. I ain't had no reason to take no money from nowhere.
Right. If you ever did, would you think someone else was gonna? You know what I mean? Would you think they'd be better off doing it via a bank account?
Well, being that I did the tax injunction, first of all, that money's not taxable, so it doesn't even matter if you have them send you a check by mail or you have it come to your bank account. You know why? Because if you got the check in the mail, you still gonna put it in the bank account to cash it. I'd rather have it wired over. I'd rather have it wired straight to my account.
Now, what about this shit? That life insurance, that it's not in a trust. It's like I was trying to figure out how to.
I understand what you're saying, but you got to remember, they cannot tax the life insurance. So no matter where you grab the, how you receive the money, they can't tax it.
So I'm just saying, like, just by me having not put the life insurance into a trust, it's not a trust that owns the life insurance or whatever, or it's not a in a trust name.
I understand. I'm saying that if you are a regular person and you got term life insurance, whole life insurance, and you pull, let's say, 100,000 out, and you put it into your regular bank account, it cannot be taxed. That's the law. The actual law for life insurance is it cannot be taxed.
Right. That's why I got. That's the big reason why I got into it. Oh, let me just say one thing though. When you get the loan out, I know you don't get loans out, but for anybody that does get loans out, you're gonna pay 5 or maybe 5.7% because they just raised it a 0.7 on mine. That company did it on
but your interest is higher than that.
Why?
Your interest is higher. Your compound interest is higher than the percentage you got to pay back to yourself.
Right, especially once you get close to that break-even point and
Yes.
stuff. You know, I'm not an expert on how it works, but right.
Shit, you sounding pretty expert like.
I pay the max into the PUA and then wind up lending it back to myself.
Right.
Quick.
Well, that's smart because you pay your money.
Payment counts like it's still there, though.
You pay money to yourself. You actually putting the money in, letting them count it, and then taking it back out. Smart.
Right. And you know it doesn't have the SAR kind of stuff hooked up to it. The SAR reports.
Mm-hmm.
All that kind
now,
of
let
stuff.
me tell you, what you're doing is what the rich has been doing for a very, very long time. It's time for us to start using the same strategies.
You know, one thing I'm concerned about, man, is you know, I see stuff about, you know, them denying the claim when it comes to the death benefit and stuff. So I'm not going to say it's like specific to any one type of insurance. It's just in general with all insurance. They love.
Well, this is why
if they can figure out a way to do it.
This is why you got to have someone like Tommy who's really into that whole insurance thing, and he's with the biggest company in the world. The sway of your actual representative changes a lot of that. You see what I'm saying? He's only going to get you with the most reputable companies that always pay it out.
You know anything about Penn?
Penn Life?
Yeah, Penn Mutual out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I heard of them.
They've been around for a couple.
Yes, I heard of them.
How about what you got a feeling on their reputation?
I think they are a subsidiary of Mutual Life. Mutual Life. They supposed to be one of the big ones. They do house insurance, life insurance. They do most insurances, and they supposed to be they pay out their policies. At least that's what I know about it.
But I got one more question, man. It's the only thing I've done process-wise is basically authenticated a birth certificate, state and federal, and you know I've avoided
90 seconds
for a long time as well, like over a decade. But I've had contact with it, but I always say, yo, this isn't mine, whatever. I'm not saying that really helps me that much, but can I get a 98 number right now, or do I need to do something else?
You
first?
can get a 98 number. You got a lot of work to do. Get in them archives, listen to the archives, and then start working on it. Some of the stuff that I taught in the archives ain't going to be necessary.
60 seconds.
I bought the trust bundle from you, and I bought the ultimate bundle.
Okay. Oh shit, you got almost everything on the site, man. But you ain't got the newest stuff. But the newest stuff got rid of some of the old stuff. But it's all good. But we at the end of our show. Wonderful talking to you. Peace, God. All right, y'all. That's our show for today. We up out of here. Peace to the gods.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.